Hey folks, it's good to be back. Welcome back to GP Reactions. I hope you're well. Hope you're better than I've been over the last month. It's just great to be back. Just thanks to everybody that has messaged me, and for those of you who have commented. I'm still reading the comments. Obviously, had a really bad virus of some kind, and I don't really want to go into that. But I'm still feeling a little bit tired now. But I can't put it off any longer, so I'm gonna jump straight into a new band, a new track for me. And this is a band called, I think they're pronounced Freur. Um, and the name of the band spelled Freur. Just looking to see if I can find anything about them. They're a Welsh new wave band. So I looked at the title of the band and I thought maybe they're German or something, but they are actually a Welsh new wave band, and they consist of Carl Hind on vocals and guitars, Rick Smith on keyboards. Now, Rick Smith later went on to be part of the band The Underworld, and I think they did that track Born Slippy that was featured on the movie Trainspotting. So we also got Alfie Thomas, that's a very Welsh name, and is on bass, keyboards, and backing vocals, and Brian Burrows on drums. So this track is called Doot Doot, and it's taken from their from the album of the same name. And apparently, this song was actually featured on a movie called Vanilla Sky, which I haven't seen. So if that movie's any good, you can recommend it to me, and hopefully, I'll get to see it at some point. I think that was a Tom Cruise movie. So this was their first and only single, and it had some commercial success in Italy and New Zealand, peaking at number 17 in, I think it was in Italy they picked number 17. So not sure what to expect. If they're new wave, then it could be, I don't know, I'm imagining something along the lines of maybe H2O or the Lotus Eaters, maybe. I'm just thinking of a year, which was 1983. So this is a live version, so please tell me if this differs a lot, uh, a lot different than the actual original audio recording. So it'd be useful to know, because sometimes live versions can be a bit hit and miss. But I'll go with this one anyway. I'm not sure where this is live. So I'll tell you what, before I click go, I'm just gonna have a look, see if it says where this was live. There's an awful lot of writing there. I don't know. So I'm sure somebody will tell me anyway, if they know where this was. I'm imagining it could be somewhere in the UK. I like that drum machine cushion. You can really tell this is the 80s. That mullet. I'm really enjoying this. It feels like it's quite understated, which I kind of like at the moment. I'm hoping it builds into something though. But I do like all the little sound effects, and I'm not sure if it's true is that like a sort of a synth or a guitar that sound, but I don't know. Maybe it is a guitar. But yeah, this sounds like it's pretty cool, and it sounds like the type of song that would make a great track to play over a movie, especially if there's I don't know, one of those scenes where transition scene where they're doing something. But yeah, it feels really cool. Um, but hopefully it will build a little bit now. That was Freur with Doot Doot, and I really liked that. That was really atmospheric. I felt it sort of kind of built, but it was such a gentle build, and then it kind of like then sort of went faded out. It was just really nice track to listen to. Very atmospheric, and it's the kind of track that I would love to listen to if I was imagining a scene. I really must get round to watching Vanilla Sky now just to see it how kind of fits in. Because it is one of those tracks that has a lot of atmosphere to it. No, I really enjoyed that. There's not much, not I don't know if it was written for that movie, but there's very few lyrics. What is in a name? What's in a name? Face on stage. Where are you now? Memory fades. You take a bow. Here in the dark, watching a screen. Look at them fall. The final scene. I think this was more about the music and the vibe of it than the lyrics. I mean, I couldn't even tell you what this was about. But there may be people who can. So look, see if there's any comments on this. There's actually quite a lot of comments on this. So um, there are certain songs that create a sense of emotional nostalgia, even if it doesn't specifically tie into anything particular. This is one of those songs. Um, yeah, definitely, it definitely feels like it belongs to the 80s. It definitely feels like it could have been a soundtrack to an 80s movie. I think Vanilla Sky might have come out in the 90s or the noughties. Um, this version is honestly better than the recorded version. That's good to hear. That's really good. And it was good live. I was actually questioning at one point whether this was like an audio version that had been dubbed over. But according to this person here, it is actually live. So that's really, really impressive. Nice track. That was a really, really nice, like, little track to listen to actually, and, my God, it's been, my throat still feels very tight, and I find that, I can't talk for very long, I'm getting very dry, and I just for a short walk, earlier on I had to go to the bank, and I could kind of feel the breath was taken out of me, it's just it's a little bit crazy, and I'm not entirely sure what it was. It could have been a flu, but yeah, who knows? I'm glad to survive these things. As you get older, you have a lot more of these kind of things get thrown at you, and you have to try and rest and get over them. And yeah, like I said, I'm still a little bit tired, but I'm glad to be back. So thank you for listening, and hopefully you enjoyed this. I will post this as soon as I can, and yeah, I'm gonna try and do a few each night. I got a really busy schedule coming up at work over the next month, so what I'm gonna do rather than spend the weekend, because the best laid plans and all that, I kind of think, well, okay, I'm gonna sit down on Saturday morning, do a whole bunch of reactions, and what happens is that I get sidetracked, or I have to go and do something, or I'm just not feeling good. And so I'm going to try and do a couple each night, which I think is probably the proper way to go forward. And hopefully, post one or two a day. Yeah, but you know what? I can't apologise enough. I get it. I get a bit fed up with apologising because it just sounds like one excuse after another not to do reactions. But genuinely, I do miss reactions when I'm not doing them, and I just love listening to new music. And I'm never really that disappointed with what I hear either, because if it's something from like this from 1983, then you just know it's going to have some kind of nostalgic vibe to it. So that's great. Anyway, guys, folks, have a wonderful rest of the week, and I hope you enjoyed this. And please join me in the comments. As always, spent a lot of time reading comments over the last couple of weeks, and I really, really love reading your comments. It kind of makes my day. It feels like I'm part of a community of people that love music. So yeah, it's just brilliant. Keep that up, and I'll join comments. And of course, if anybody wants to buy me a coffee, feel very free to do that. It's always appreciated. But yeah, till next time, take care of yourselves and have a good evening.